Bruh.
Welcome to my new series, BFB, but there's no split. This is the teams in BFB 1. And here is what they look like in BFB 16. This is the exit as of BFB 16. This is the order of teams being at cake at stake. And this is how we'll show the contestants from now on. Note the 52 out of 64 remaining in the top left corner, and the number of contestants left on each team at the bottom. We have no time to lose, so let's get started. Let's start with BFB 17 and the debut. It makes sense that Beef would get the debuter because they are sorely lacking in members. To keep things simple, the objects up for debut are the same. In this case, it's obvious that winner would win. Next up is BFB 18, which is pretty much a standard episode. Many no-split pre-orders, BFB orders, have free food get up next. However, let's do Death Pact instead since it's been longer since they were last up. When someone disappears, that means they're safe. The safe contestants are Pen, Remote, Black Hole, Tree, and Pie, meaning that the bottom two are Pillow and Bottle. You may ask, why not Pie? She was in the bottom two last time, so I could see why you would think that. Well, keep in mind that in BFB 4, the episode before their cake at stake, her only appearance was in the voting screen. Many people voted her for that alone. Since then, however, she's gotten more involved in various episodes, even getting her team victory in episodes 11 and 12, so I think people wouldn't vote her as much. Additionally, the other two are considered much more annoying and contribute to the team less than Pie, which is why I think the bottom two would be Bottle and Pillow. But who do I think would be the last one safe? The answer is Bottle. Bottle may be seen as annoying by some, and she may not contribute much to the team, but she's also loved by many others. Pillow has fans as well, but not enough to overcome her haters. Let's end another winning streak next, with a better name than that. These are the members of ABNTT that remain. We can immediately rule out Tennis Ball and Blocky, as they were the first safe last time, and I can't see anything bad happening to those two. Additionally, Basketball and Robot Flower are both likely safe, as there appeared to be an arc starting between them as of BFB 15. The aforementioned arc would likely also involve Golf Ball, which leaves Grassy and TV for our bottom two. Grassy has caused problems for ABNTT in the past, even costing them a challenge once, in BFB 7. Many people also don't like his voice or personality. On the other hand, there are many people, myself included, who like Grassy despite his weakness in challenges. Grassy also has an actual personality. The same can't really be said about TV, whose only purpose is to act as a screen for the other objects to use. However, some still like him because of his hosting days in BFDIA. But is it enough? The answer is no, unless Grassy is the reason they lose again, which is entirely possible. It certainly wouldn't be unprecedented. But I'll err on the side of caution and say that TV leads here. The losers should theoretically be next, but there's at least one, possibly two, ongoing conflicts here. Those being the Fire-Eepy conflict and the potential clock one. I also think Iance can wait a bit longer, which leaves free food to be up for elimination. The first one safe would be Eraser, followed by Marker and Fries. I also suspect there would be some kind of arc for Bell, and maybe Puffball as well. So the bottom two would be Foley and Yellowface. Yellowface is often considered one of the funniest characters in the show, but he's simply a joke character with little room for development. He's also a non-object, which also means a disadvantage. However, he is reasonably liked by fans nonetheless. Foley, on the other hand, used to be a liked character, even to the point of being the first safe in BFB 9. But in more recent episodes, she's been too focused on making Iance lose because they caused Stapy to get out. This made many people turn on her, especially people whose favorite character is on Iance. And extra especially fans of Match or Pencil, as she's partially at fault for Match's elimination in BFB 12. But is Foley hidden enough to overcome Yellowface's inherent non-object disadvantage? I would say yes. If Foley doesn't stop trying to make Iance lose, which could indirectly cause free food to lose, then she's a goner. At least she'll be able to be with Stapy again. Just to make sure that the two arcs and the losers can finish up, we'll put Iance up for elimination before them. First things first, I believe that Bubble, Ruby, Lightning, and Fanny will all be safe with a very close number of votes, to the point where they're pretty much interchangeable. The real battle will be between our bottom two, Snowball and Flower. Either could feasibly be eliminated here, and the votes are likely to be very close. On one hand, Flower, formerly a hated character, has become nearly a fan favorite at this point. She isn't nearly as mean as she was in the past. However, she still gets a lot of hate despite changing for the better. Most of her votes here would likely come from fans of Blocky and Pen, fan bases which likely have overlap with Snowball's. Snowball also used to be mean like Flower. The main difference is that he is still mean, so many younger fans would vote for him for that reason alone. Flower also has lots of fans by this point, and fans of Free Smart would likely vote him out as well. Due to hurting Fanny in BFB 11, her fans, although not as numerous, would have a bone to pick with him as well. Additionally, many polls from before BFB 16 released have Snowball losing in a landslide, such as this one. Taking all of this into consideration, it's pretty obvious that Flower would be safe, and that it is the end for the meanest member of Iance. So long, Snowball. For the final elimination for the second rejoin, Let's make the losers lose, as the two arcs have likely been resolved by this point, and also because they still have 8 members. You may remember that Leafy and Fiery made up in the real BFB 22, and Leafy was the first one safe. That holds true here, and she's followed by Fiery. Hawk is also more liked after his arc with Eggy, so he's next. And Wobunch definitely aren't going anywhere, those being Needle, Coiny, and Pin. Pretty much interchangeably. Cake and Eggy are the bottom 2, which is to be expected. I'll just cut to the chase for this one though. Eggy's one of the most hated characters in the series, up there with Foldy. The split, and her new team in Teapot, likely saved Eggy from certain doom. We have arrived at the first rejoin, everyone! And what better team to get a rejoiner than Team Ice Cube, which only has 5 members, and has had 5 members for a while now. Anyways, here are all of the exiters. Let's just skip to the top 3. Pencil, Loser, and Bracelety. Each of them could potentially rejoin here. Pencil was the first eliminated, so many people would want her to return. Many people probably regret voting Loser. A fair amount of his voters just wanted to see what would happen if he was gone. Also, people would want to see how he interacts with Winner. Bracelety has a whole lot of support as well, and the Bracelety Inquisition would likely be in full force at this time. But which of the 3 will rejoin? Loser. He already had a lot of support in the first rejoin, getting the most votes besides Leafy. Since Leafy voters would likely vote Loser, and since he had the most votes by more than double, Loser would rejoin by a comfortable margin. This is the final episode of Part 1. What better way to leave off than with Team Blag getting UFE again? Teardrop isn't going anywhere right now. By now, the Taco Book conflict will probably be resolved, and Book will be a fan favorite again. Taco will also retain fan favorite status. Although Saw yelling 8 is getting annoying by this point, she won't get more votes than the other 3. Although bland, Ice Cube is also still liked enough to survive this time around. Our bottom 2 are Lollipop and Gady. Lollipop is here for the same reason as Flower. She has a significant hate base. She's even been in the bottom 2 before, against Dora, a non-object. However, also like Flower, she has a significant fan base, one that would vote out someone less interesting, such as Dora, to keep Lollipop in. For this reason, I believe that Gady will leave the show in 49th place. Which is a real shame since everyone on Blaze is pretty good. Anyways, goodbye, Gady. Thank you all for watching. Part 2 will come eventually.